Hello friends, I am doing a what's in my backpack for law school video. Without further ado, let's get started. First things first, when we're talking about what's in my backpack for law school is obviously the backpack. This is the backpack that has carried me through 2 going on 3 years of law school. I got this baby for $30 off of Amazon and it is still going strong. Have had absolutely no problems with it. I am such a fan. I actually read about a bag like this in an article when I was researching what kind of backpack I would use for law school. I was stuck between either this $30 bag or a much more expensive name brand bag, and I decided I would give this a shot, and if it fell apart within the first couple of weeks, then I'd spend the money on the more expensive bag, but she's still kicking. I wanted something that was not super basic. Obviously, it's pink, which I love. The other thing that makes this bag really unique is that it is a diaper bag. Obviously, it is a backpack, but it's a diaper bag. However, the fact that it is a diaper bag means that it has a lot of features that are particularly useful for law school. First things first, it opens completely wide from the top, which means that you don't have to put things in at an angle in order to get them to fit into the bag. You can just put them straight in and arrange them however you need before you zip it right back up. The other thing that I love about this bag is that inside there are 4 pockets that you can use and arrange sort of the little knickknacks and the other things that I'm going to show you that I keep in my backpack for law school. I also really love this front pocket. It's really great. It is actually insulated because, again, it is a diaper bag, but it has a lot of these really great slots and pockets that you can use for a number of different things just to keep yourself organized. There is one feature that this bag does not have that I really wish that it did, and that is a laptop sleeve. It does not have a laptop sleeve, so there's no special compartment for your laptop. So if you are traveling with a device, a tablet, a laptop, or anything of the sort, it is just going to be bouncing around in here along with the rest of your school things. So I highly recommend having some sort of protective cover or sleeve or case for your laptop if you are going to be using a bag like this. However, I will trade on that feature for the fact that I can fit 2 law school casebooks in this bag, along with all of the other things that I'm going to show you that I take with me to law school every day. Can't beat that. And speaking of having a protective cover, I have one that looks like this. It's a little beat up because I have had it for quite some time, but it's just a little leather sleeve that you can slide your laptop in so that it will remain protected from any dents, scratches, or bumps that might occur while you're in transit to and from school. The next thing that I keep in my backpack for law school is my laptop. I am one of those people that types significantly faster than I write, so I prefer to type all of my notes during class, and that means that I will always have my laptop with me. There's a lot of ways that you can go about taking notes in class. You can handwrite them. I also have a lot of friends who will use some kind of device, whether it's a laptop or a tablet, an iPad, something along those lines. Do whatever works best for you, but typing works best for me, so I will always have my laptop. The next thing that I always have in my backpack for law school is a notebook. I know that I just said I prefer to type my notes, but on the off chance that my computer isn't working or I'm having some sort of technical glitch, I forgot my charger, something along those lines, it is always a good idea to have a backup so that I can switch to taking handwritten notes in the event that I'm unable to type my notes on my computer. So I will always, always, always bring my notebook. This is a multi-subject, regular college-ruled binder paper notebook. I like to have the multiple subjects because then I can have just one notebook for the entire semester and each class gets its own subject. Keeps everything very organized and I only have to carry around this one thing. The next thing that I always have with me is a little case like this that has all of my chargers for all of my devices. I will usually keep an extra phone charger in here. I'll keep an outlet adapter. I will keep my laptop charger, of course. And it just keeps all of my cords easily accessible and very well organized so that they're not just floating somewhere around the bottom of my backpack. I know exactly where they are and I can easily get to them. The next thing that I always have in my backpack is a book stand. There is a lot of reading in law school. You spend a lot of time with your neck bent forward, reading a casebook that's in front of you. And this can really help take the strain off of your neck. You can set your book right in here and it keeps it at an angle so that you don't have to look straight down and strain your neck in order to read. This is also really helpful when you are reading and maybe taking notes on what you're reading so that you can have the book set off to one side while you are typing on your laptop. This one in particular I got off of Amazon. It is, as you can see, incredibly compact, very lightweight, very easy to travel with, and I love it. It's super, super handy. This one has been with me, again, since my 1L year, and I've had absolutely no problems with it. I love it. I will always recommend a book stand. The next thing I always have in my bag is a pencil case. This one, a very good friend actually got for me when I started law school, and I love it. I keep a couple of different things in here, but they're all related to writing, highlighting, book-related items. And it's really handy to just have them all in the same spot. Easy to grab, you only have to grab one thing and you know exactly where everything is. The next thing that I always have in my backpack is a highlighter, or to be more specific, a pack of highlighters. Highlighters are something that you are always going to use in law school. Buy them in bulk because I promise that you're gonna use them. My personal favorite are these pastel colored highlighters. I really like the colors. It makes the highlighting a little bit less harsh on the page, in my opinion, easier to read, and it doesn't bleed through the page quite so much. I really, really love these highlighters. I've repurchased them at least 3 times so far in law school. I cannot recommend them enough. In the same vein as the highlighters, I also keep pens in my backpack. I use 2 different kinds of pens. This is the Sharpie pen. It has a really fine felt tip that I really love for writing in my case books. It's not smudgy, it keeps everything really precise. I'm able to write really small with it because in your case books you're annotating, which means you're writing in the margins. So these are really, really helpful because you can write really finely and they don't smudge on the page. I also keep a regular old ballpoint pen, and if you haven't noticed, both of these are blue ink. I personally prefer blue ink. I don't have a good reason for it, I just prefer it. So I'll keep a regular old clickable ballpoint pen just in case either my Sharpie pen runs out of ink or if I'm going to be writing in a document or on a page other than in my casebook. I like to use these kinds of pens. And the last thing that goes in my little pencil pouch are these Post-it note page flags. I really love these. I'm sure everybody has used these in high school, in college. They just help you keep your place in your casebook as you're going through your readings. Very helpful. The next thing that I always have with me for class is a water bottle. As you saw on my backpack, there are 2 pockets on either side on the outside of the bag, and this water bottle is always in one of those pockets. And it's a pretty good size. Still easily portable, but you don't have to be getting up and refilling it every 20 minutes, which is really great. I will always, always have this with me whenever I am in class. And since we're talking about drinking, we might as well also talk about eating. I always have snacks with me in my backpack. At my university, they also have lockers for every student, and my locker always has snacks in it. Sometimes you're not able to eat a full meal in between classes, so having a snack either in your locker or in your backpack is a great go-to just to stave off the hunger until you're able to eat that full meal. These are 2 things that I will typically always have with me in my backpack and snack on them either throughout the day or during class, depending on the professor. The next thing that I always keep with me in my backpack are headphones. Whether I am using them to commute on the train or I'm listening to a video that I need to watch for a class, having these with me has always been really, really helpful during the school day. The next thing that I keep in my backpack is a travel size airbrush. Boston is one of the windiest major cities in the United States. There are a lot of networking type events, business professional type of events that take place at the law school, and sometimes just a quick brush through my hair after a pretty hectic windblown commute makes all the difference. So I'll always have this with me. The next thing I take with me is lotion. I'll always have a little travel-sized lotion in one of the pockets in my backpack, just in case my hands are feeling a little dry. I have a tendency to pick at my cuticles, especially if I am nervous or stressed or feeling anxious, so having some lotion on hand really helps with that. If my hands are smoother, if my cuticles feel smooth, then that is significantly less of a problem. And the last thing that I take with me in my backpack to law school is hand sanitizer. I travel by public transit. I take the train to and from school every day, so hand sanitizer is an absolute must. And this one obviously is very compact. You can slip it right into a pocket. It doesn't take up hardly any space. I use this every single day, multiple times a day. I actually have more than one in my backpack just in case one runs out. This is something I will always have in my backpack. And that is everything that I take with me in my backpack to law school every single day. All of these items serve a specific purpose. I use them every day, and clearly I'm doing something right because I've made it to my 3rd year of law school. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, leave a comment, send me a message. I'm more than happy to answer. If you are going to law school or if you're thinking about going to law school, good luck on your law school journey, and let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. See you soon.